And now we move on to al-mad al-lazim al-harfi, which we mentioned only applies to the huruf al-muqatta'at, which are a number of letters which appear at the beginning of some surahs, such as Surah al-Baqarah, Surah Ali Imran, Surah Maryam. So let's take a look. So al-mad al-lazim al-harfi is similar to al-mad al-lazim al-kalimi, except it focuses on mad within the huruf al-muqatta'at, which, as we mentioned, are a group of letters that are at the beginning of a number of surahs, such as alif, lam, mim, kaf, ha, ya, ayn, sad, ta, ha, yasin, alif, lam, ra, qaf, ta, sin, mim. And here are all of the huruf muqatta'at. We have alif, lam, mim, alif, lam, mim, sad, alif, lam, ra, alif, lam, mim, ra, kaf, ha, ya, ayn, sad, ta, ha, ta, sin, mim, ta, sin, yasin, sad, hamim, hamim, ayn, sin, qaf, qaf, and noon. And now inshallah we will take a look at al-mad al-lazim al-harfi al-Muthaqqal. So if a letter of mad is followed by a shadda, it is stretched for 6 harakat. It only applies to these 4 examples because there's only 4 that have a shadda. This is alif, lam, mim, alif, lam, mim, sad, alif, lam, mim, ra, and ta, sin, mim. In these 4 examples, we have a letter of mad followed by a shadda, and that is why it is stretched for 6 harakat. So it's alif, lam, mim. If we take a look at the second example, it is alif, lam, mim, sad. Third example, alif, lam, mim, ra. And the fourth example is ta, sin, mim. So remember, if we have mad followed by shadda within the huruf muqatta'at, then we have mad for 6 harakat. And this only applies to 4 examples: alif, lam, mim, alif, lam, mim, sad, alif, lam, mim, ra, and ta, sin, mim. And now we move on to al-mad lazim harfi mukhaffaf. So if a letter of mad is followed by a sakina letter within the huruf muqatta'at, then the mad is stretched for 6 harakat. So you may have noticed in the mad lazim we have Muthaqqal and Mukhaffaf. Muthaqqal refers to mad followed by shadda, and Mukhaffaf refers to mad followed by sakina. Kalimi refers to within a word, and harfi refers to within the huruf muqatta'at. So if a letter of mad is followed by a sakina letter within the huruf muqatta'at, then the mad is stretched for 6 harakat. So this applies to all of the letters in the huruf muqatta'at except for ha, ya, ta, ha, and ra, or hayyun, tahr, which is an easier way to remember them. Hayyun, tahr. This is an easier way to remember ha, ya, ta, ha, ra. All the rest of the letters in the huruf muqatta'at are stretched for 6 harakat. And of course, not alif either, because alif is always read as alif. Hayyun tahr is always stretched for 2 harakat. Alif, of course, is not stretched at all, it's alif. There's no mad in the word alif. So the rest of the letters are stretched for 6 harakat. This is because of mad lazim harfi mukhaffaf. Because if a letter of mad is followed by a sakina letter, then the mad is stretched for 6 harakat. Now if you're wondering, where is the sakina? Where is the sukoon? This is what we're going to take a look at now. First I was teaching you the overall rule, and now we have to look at the example. For the explanation, we will have a look at 3 surahs which begin with huruf muqatta'at. We will have a look at qaf, which is the first ayah of Surah Qaf. We have noon, which is the first ayah of Surah Noon, and we have sad, which is the first ayah of Surah Sad. In the Mus'haf, in the Quran, you will usually see them written with this squiggly line above them. They are stretched for 6 harakat. Why? It's because we have a mad followed by a sakina within the same letter. And now if you're wondering how, Well, let's find out. If we break down the letter Qaf, we will see it is actually like this. Qaf. So it is Qaf, Fatha, Alif, Qa, and then Fa with a sukoon. Here we have Fatha followed by an Alif, Sakina, which is Mad. So we have Mad here, and now it's also followed by a Sakina. And we've mentioned whenever we have Mad followed by a Sakina within the same letter, it is stretched for 6 harakat. So it will be Qaf. Same with Noon. Now if we take the word Noon and break it down, you will see it is like this. We have Dhamma followed by Waw Sakina, which is Mad, Nu, 2 harakat. But now it is followed by Sakina. We have a Mad followed by a Sakina within the same letter, which is Mad, Lazim, Harfi, Mukhaffaf. So it's stretched for 6 harakat. Noon. Likewise with Sad, we have, if we break it down, we have Sad. We have Fatha followed by Alif, which is Mad for 2 harakat. But now it is also followed by a Sakina, a Sukoon. So we will stretch it for 6 harakat. Sad. And we did qalqala at the end because Dad is a qalqala letter. It is one of the 5 Qutbu Jaddin letters. Qalqala. More specifically, it's qalqala wasta because it is a qalqala which comes at the end, but it does not have a shadda. So this is why we stretch it for 6 harakat. So now to recap everything we've covered so far of Mad, Lazim, Harfi, I will recite all the Huruf Muqatta'at, all the ayat of Huruf Muqatta'at for you and show you these stretches for 6 harakat, inshallah. Make sure you do not skip this recap. Listen to all of it attentively because first and foremost it is recitation of the Glorious Qur'an, and secondly as well I will also explain something else very special in regards to the Huruf Muqatta'at. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ألف لام ميم صاد ألف لام را. Notice Ra was only stretched for 2 harakat because it is one of the Hayyun Tahar letters. These are only stretched for 2 harakat. And of course we mentioned Alif is not Mad at all. We just pronounce it as Alif. Now we continue. Alif Lam Mim Ra Kaf Ha Ya Ayn Sad Taha Tasim Mim Tasin Yasin Sad Hamim Hamim Ain Sin Qaf Qaf Noon. So now I mentioned we'll cover something else very special. So in these 2 Huruf Muqatta'at, Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad and Hamim Ain Sin Qaf, you'll notice something very special. If you listen, you'll notice there's Ikhfa as well. I'll give you a second or two to think where it could be. Let me know in the comment section if you know, but now we'll take a further look into it. So here in the Ain and then the Sad, there's Ikhfa. Secondly, in the Ain and the Sin and the Qaf, here there's Ikhfa too. So listen very carefully. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad and Hamim Ain Sin, Qaf. If we break down the letter Ain, you will see it is like this. And what do we have here? Ain, the letter Ain, 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 Ain. It has a noon sakina in it. And if you remember the rules of noon sakina and tanween, subhanallah, whenever we have a noon sakina, we have certain rules that apply. Ikhfa haqiqi, idgham, iqlab, idhar halqi. So now let's look at this noon sakina that's at the end of Ain. We have noon sakina and then it's followed by sad. And you should remember that sad is one of the letters of ikhfa. Likewise here we have Ain followed by a Sin, and Sin is a letter of ikhfa. And also if we break down Sin, we will see Sin also ends in a noon sakina. So after Sin we have the letter Qaf, and Qaf is one of the ikhfa letters too. So when we recite these huruf muqatta'at, we have to do ikhfa. Remember, whenever noon sakina is followed by a full mouth letter, then the ghunna will be full mouth for 2 harakat. And whenever it's light, the ghunna will be light for 2 harakat. The video should be attached somewhere above, inshallah. So it will be Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad, and Hamim Ain Sin Qaf. Ikhfa. Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad, that ikhfa, the ghunna is full mouth because sad is a full mouth letter. Hamim Ain Sin, that ikhfa is light because Sin is a light letter, but Sin Qaf, Qaf, that one is full mouth because Qaf is a full mouth letter. And with that, we come to the end of this lesson. Inshallah, you've taken benefit from it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to let me know and I will get back to you. And we also have the Telegram chat, which is open for you to practice your qira'ah, to practice your tajweed, to ask any questions you may have. Please don't forget to share this video as well so we can all share in the benefit. But that's it from me. Take care and I will see you on the other side, inshallah. Ma'as salama.